Taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things. Taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things. Taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things. Come here and you will like it. If you don't want it, then don't buy it. So much options, don't fight it. Pick all you want, we don't mind it. We're all kind, we all grind. The best restaurant that will change your mind. You will love us, you will come back for more. Our food will have you running through that door. Look, taco wings and things is the best, and no time will be better than the rest. We're not shy, we spend time with our guests. I thank God, I feel like we're blessed. Look, taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things.
So, last year you work around the clock to ensure that this tax season you see a return that may help you to purchase that car that you're longing for, or help you to pay down that interest rate on that mortgage. Well, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and expect a different result, they call that insane! You know what else is insane? All-in-one multi-tax services. All-in-one multi-tax services help you get the most of your return, serving the 52 state nationwide. For information and direction, you can contact Marilyn Johnson at 754-204-1610. That's 754-204-1610. Or stop on by their office at 3888 West Commercial Boulevard in the city of Tamarack. All-in-one multi-tax services LLC gives you the best of your return, offering services that goes above and beyond. So don't hesitate to call Marilyn Johnson at 754-204-1610. All-in-one multi-tax services LLC. Don't forget to ask about our advance loans.
It's insightful, it's factual, it's Flex News and Sports Daily at 7 a.m., 12 noon, and 6 p.m. on the only station that matters, Flexx FM.
The following program contains language and scenes that some viewers might find objectionable. Discretion in viewing is advised.
Taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things. Taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things. Taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things. Come here and you will like it. If you don't want it, then don't buy it. So much options, don't fight it. Pick all you want, we don't mind it. We're all kind, we all grind. The best restaurant that will change your mind. You will love us, you will come back for more. Our food will have you running through that door. Look, taco wings and things is the best, and no time will be better than the rest. We're not shy, we spend time with our guests. I thank God, I feel like we're blessed. Look, taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things.
So, last year you work around the clock to ensure that this tax season you see a return that may help you to purchase that car that you're longing for, or help you to pay down that interest rate on that mortgage. Well, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and expect a different result, they call that insane! You know what else is insane? All-in-one multi-tax services. All-in-one multi-tax services help you get the most of your return, serving the 52 state nationwide. For information and direction, you can contact Marilyn Johnson at 754-204-1610. That's 754-204-1610. 1610 or stop on by their office at 3888 West Commercial Boulevard in the city of Tamarack. All-in-One Multi-Tax Services LLC gives you the best of your return, offering services that goes above and beyond. So don't hesitate to call Merlin Johnson at 754-204-1610. All-in-One Multi-Tax Services LLC. Don't forget to ask about our advance loan.
It's insightful, it's factual, it's Flexx News and Sports Daily at 7 a.m., 12 noon, and 6 p.m. on the only station that matters, Flexx FM.
The following program contains language and scenes that some viewers might find objectionable. Discretion in viewing is advised.
Organize yourself, are you as a man? Stop from fight over riches and wealth. Organize yourself, are you as a man? Stop from fighting on yourself. Question, what are you fighting for? Soon and very soon, it will come from Armageddon. Wow, who am I to say that? Mankind is up to no good. The reason for right to say that they're not acting the way they should. Cause them not move like them are in manually. Too much hate bandy, them are too contrary. Too much gunshot where them are busting at the valley. Then them say they listen to the singer from Alley. Organize yourself, and you have a melt. Stop from fight over riches and wealth. Organize yourself, or you have a melt. Stop from fighting on yourself. They made an assemble and could not find the solution. Tell the people them to stay away from Babylon illusion. Rastafari is the only way. The way to love, burn confusion. The way to love, burn confusion. Don't know that I go take up what you say. Mind the golden backfire and shot yourself. And then the people claim say you're innocent and don't know the powers of the omnipotent. Organize yourself, or you are the melt. Stop from fight over riches and wealth. Organize yourself, or you are the melt. Stop from fighting on yourself. Organize, you say, centralize, centralize yourself. Organize yourself, and you are a melt. Stop from fight over riches and wealth. Organize yourself, and you are a melt. Stop from fighting on yourself.
Flexx FM. You could check us out on Facebook at Flexx FM Radio, or you could check us out on YouTube, Flexx FM, or you could check us out on the website at flexfm.online. That's FLEXXFM.online, right? Mad love and shout out to all my Flexx FM family, my DJs, Dre, Lance, Tal. It's a whole lot of them. And them bad like that. That's why them the right side of Flexx FM. Big up to Dapper and Miss Pretty J and one of the special most I'm a dumpling and banana of Flexx FM. Miss Trish Hines. I gotta big her up, right? Because she's doing a lot of work here at Flexx FM and I have to give credit for that. Of course, Uncle T's there with his nice self. Thank you guys for rolling out to Moments last night. I know it was epic because I'm seeing the video and I'm seeing the pictures. I can't wait to be out there in the street with you guys. Full join yourself like we always do. So it's only a matter of time before I get back into that. Shout out to everybody who's online right now in the chat room. Verona, big up yourself. Of course, Trish Law, So happy that you're here, my sister. Right? Big up to Nakruma. Big up to everybody who's always supporting Monday Night Giddy Got Talent. Big up to everybody who's always rolling out the first Sunday at Shirley Small Park. I love what we're doing in the community. And if you're interested in that, then you need to tune in every first Sunday at Shirley Small Park. If you don't know the address, I'll give it to you later, or you could Google it. All right? So I just want to tell you that today is going to be a really great show. Not like we ever do anything less than that, but today's show is dedicated to moms, and it's not just any mom. It's mothers of murdered sons and daughters. So this is something important. This is something that's happening in our community, and it's not just I don't want to present it as a black on black crime, because it's not just that alone, but we want to talk about it. And my special guest today, she's going to be at 1 o'clock, is Miss China, who just recently lost her son. But we're not going to get into the details of the case. We're just going to talk about how she's managing, how she's dealing with it, and where she get her strength from to even get up out of bed and continue to do what she's doing, because I'm sure she's got to work. She's got another child that she has to take care of. So that's what we're going to talk about today, where she get her strength from and how she's dealing with this whole thing. We're not going to talk about the case, because I don't want to get into that. You know, I'm sure they're still working on it, and we already know. We're not going to talk about the case. All right? Happy birthday. If you have a birthday today, happy birthday to you. If your anniversary is today, well, happy anniversary to you. And if you're going through a divorce, you should have been at Moments last night to drink it off. You're probably happy anyway, but next Friday you can roll out to Moments and we can make the divorce party next Friday. Okay? So just want to remind you of some Flexx FM events. We have Fire Thursday. Right? If you ever need a live broadcast, you can always hit me up inbox and I'll send you over to the right personnel at Flexx FM. But outside broadcast, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're launching your whatever it is, your business, just hit us up and we'll be happy to come out and make some arrangement to get this thing going. All right? Because you already know at Flexx FM, we like to entertain, empower, inform the masses. All right? And a part of that is bringing the community together and letting ones and ones know what's going on in the community so we could support our community. All right? So remember, I told you earlier we're going to talk about moms, and not just any mom. It's mothers of murdered son and daughter. And the special guest, Miss China, is going to be here at 1 o'clock. So before we jump into that topic at 1 o'clock, we got other stuff that we could talk about. And, you know, this show on a Saturday, that time, it's about facts, but it's also about feeding your soul. And I do want to feed my friends and my family's soul out there some good soul food. I'm not talking food where you go cook over a stove. I'm talking some really empowering stuff that's going to fill you up and allow you to grow. So the song that we open the show with is from Izana. It's called Organize and Centralize. And I'm telling you, I am a firm believer in that. I'm still learning how to organize and centralize, but I see the benefits of it. And I'm sure most of us can testify to that when we organize ourselves to do what we have to do and centralize the thing, it work out right. So big up to Izana. That song was written years ago, probably before my born, because Izana old man, but the song still sell off, right? So last week I mentioned to you about Mahat, the teachings of Mahat. And a lot of people, you know, I don't want no one to feel like, because I respect, let me put this disclaimer out there. I respect everyone's religion, because how you talk to your God and how I talk to my God, the path that I take might be different, but at the end of the day, it's the same God. And if you agree with me, you could type that in the Flex room and let me know. Big up to Black Lion. Thank you for checking in. That's a good look. My career sell off. But yes, we're going to talk about Kemet teachings of Mahat and what the law stood for. The law itself stood above all humans and was personified by the goddess Mahat, with the concept of Mahat representing truth, justice, righteousness, the correct order and balance of the universe. And I'm telling you, that's something that I try to strive for in my daily living. And it's not easy because I am a human being, not like I'm trying to make excuses, but when you try to take on some of this, for example, the 7 principles of Mahat, when you do decide to take on this journey, I'm telling you, fam, it's not going to be easy. But the fact is, you should try it. Try out these 7 principles of Mahat. Even if you want to do it on a daily basis, probably you want to take on one at a time. And let me remind you of what they are: truth, justice, harmony, balance, order, reciprocity, and property. All right? Those are the 7 principles of Mahat. And I'm telling you, when you discover this thing and when you start to practice it, it's going to be fulfilling for your life. Take it from me, right? Because we go around with all this toxic energy that we gather. Some of us are like sponges. We suck up a lot of toxic energy. And we need to find some way to get rid of it without, and when you're getting rid of it, you're not hurting someone else intentionally. So you got to learn how to purge your soul and feed your soul at the same time. Because life is a journey. All right? And everybody got a different journey. You have to enjoy your journey. That's what makes life special, you know. It's going to have ups and downs. You know, you might be experiencing a down right now, but I'm telling you, check these things out. Go online, Google it. It's spelled M-A-A-T. Just look it up. All right, family? Look it up. And if it's even every Saturday, probably next week Saturday, we're going to start with some videos on each of these principles so you could get more familiar with it. Because I might not have money to give away, but I do have some good information that can help you and help others. And if it's not beneficial to you, then probably you could pass it on to somebody who will be beneficial to, right? And before I was saying, I'm not knocking someone's religion, because how you communicate with your God is how you communicate with your God. But at the end of the day, for me, what resonates with me and my soul is when I go back to my ancestors and I go back to my roots. And if you don't know, it's okay. You can go and learn. I'd rather be a fool for a minute and ask questions that people might think is dumb. But I'm going to learn something at the end of the day. So I encourage you to go online and Google this thing and learn more about it so we could talk about it. Because I'm still learning too, you know. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a professional at it, but I'm still learning. And I want you to learn with me. Feel me? All right. So the first thing I want to talk about, it's 12:20 right now. 12:30, we're going to take a break, or it's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. 12:30, we have something else special. I'll probably drop music for you. But what I want to talk about is know thyself. Do you know yourself? Do you really and truly know yourself? A lot of us walking out here think we know ourselves, you know. Because when you're looking in the mirror and you put on all these things, you think you know who you are. For once, be honest with yourself. Peel away all that vanity, all that materialistic stuff. Peel it away and really get to know yourself. And be honest with yourself, right? And then when you figure it out, ask yourself, do you like what you see? Do you like the person that you are? And if you do, then you roll with it. Because are you alone are going to live this life, right? So I want us to focus today on the question of, do you know yourself? For a long time, I didn't know myself. I'm telling you, I just found myself probably 8 years ago. And I had to hit rock bottom, no pun intended, to my Jamaican family. But I had to hit rock bottom to get to know myself, to really and truly figure out who I am. Because a lot of us walk around here pretending for years. And I can't blame most of us, because we're probably in that predicament because of experiences, situation that we've been through. We really don't know. And if a person don't know, you can't really knock them. So what you have to do is what? No, educate them. So now we're going to start right here. Do you know yourself? That's a very, very, very important question that I think every human being should ask themselves. And it's okay to ask it daily. It's okay to ask it once a week. But be honest with your answer. Do you know yourself, and do you like what you see? Because if a lot of y'all did really ask that question, I'm sure a lot of this, what you call it now, wars, and it's not even rumors of war, because we see it all the time on social media. all these petty stuff that we argue about on social media, it wouldn't even be happening. Because a lot of you live your life on social media. You live your life through social media. You don't know yourself. You got a social media lifestyle. You don't know yourself. You're clueless. So I can use my experience and tell you how I found who I am. Right? For years, I would rock, not knocking your lace fronts, not knocking your lashes. If that's what you like and if that's what defines who you are, then hey, kudos to you. I'm talking about me, right? So I used to try to look beautiful, family, for years with the hairstyle and the eyelash. And I was searching for myself, you know, because I wanted to present something to the world that I thought the world wanted or the world would accept. And in them accepting that, then I would feel better about myself. But that didn't work. Because the more I tried to front, it just got worse and worse, right? So stuff had to happen to me. Serious stuff. Like I had to get pregnant. And 6.5 months, I miscarried when I pushed out a full baby with trisomy 18. And that's where it started for me. Because I say, oh my God, if this happened to me, oh my, I can't manage. That's a wrap. I said, forget everybody. Well, that's a nice way of putting it. But I did say that. I let go of everything. Family, after they lose the baby, you know, I developed alopecia. We know what alopecia is, right? You see all these beautiful locks you see right now? Right here on the side of my head, I have bald spots. Bald spot like my skin right here. Bald. This is after I lost the baby. And in the state of Florida, if it's a certain amount of weeks, you have to either cremate or have a funeral. So it's like they put you through extra stuff now. And you have to have paperwork saying that, yes, you had this baby and this is what happened. Because lo and behold, they pop up to your house and they find remnants of a dead body of a child or something like that. You have to have paperwork to say, yeah, I had a miscarriage. Because if they come and they see that without the paperwork, they're going to think you kill your picnic. You understand what I'm saying? Just to sum it up. So, develop alopecia, felt ugly, felt useless, felt just horrible. And I had to pick myself up. And I started asking questions like, what am I here for? Why are there aliens? I mean, random questioning, but everything kind of led me down a path where certain questions starting to get answered, and eventually I find myself. I got my days where I have up and down days, but at this point I know who I am, and I accept myself for who I am. And if you don't like it, then too bad. And the funny thing is, I accept other people for who they are. Not a lot of people can say that. Not a lot of people can say that. And I no longer worry about what other people think about me, because that's their opinion. And what I always say, a man's opinion is not factual. It's based off of his education and his level of experience. Ain't got nothing to do with me. So once you know who you are, don't worry about the other stuff. So I want you to focus on that this week. I really and truly want you to focus on finding out who you are, asking the questions. Am I a human being? Am I female? Am I male? Am I black? Am I brown? Might sound funny to a lot of us, but these are serious questions you need to ask. And don't feel bad about asking yourself these questions. Because at the end of the day, you don't want somebody else to pull your card. You need to pull your own card. Right? So right now it's 12:26. Let me see what's going on in the chat room. Hi, Miss Verona. Thank you so much for checking in. Trishines, of course. Trisha's going to be there with me. Trisha, make sure you tell everybody where we could get that roast yam and them roasting every Sunday at Philly Place. I don't know the address, but drop it. All right? Share, family. Go online, Flexx FM, FLEXXFM.online for the website. That's the website. If you want to call in and talk to us, it's 954-729-2082. It's a good look. I love it. And if you want to do advertisements, outside broadcasts, hit us up as well. Right? Taco wins and things. From last week, me a custom. Let me pull a Wendy. How you doing? Last week, I begged enough to bring me some food, but I realized that the captain never there, so I'm not get a fluffy girl nothing. But I'll come check y'all after the show, because I see something here that I really, 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 really want to try out. All right. So Taco Wings and Things, they at 5567 West Oakland Park Boulevard, and that's in Lauderdale, Florida. I love this. Support with community, family. If you are a business owner right now, you need to hit up Flexx FM. You really do. We need to practice spending money in our community and stop go elsewhere and spending money and not getting any benefit from it. All right? So that's something to look into. Real quick, let's talk about what I've been seeing in the news. You know, I like to go through this thing real fast. According to Daily Mail, not even Daily Mail, The Mirror, 3 people were shot at a restaurant in Atlanta, and the restaurant was owned by Atlanta housewife Candy Burris. I don't know why these people like to take these things to the news. If this woman didn't own the restaurant, they probably even mention it on this website right here, you know. It's so sad. I really hate this. Just because a woman is a movie star, they're going to highlight her restaurant now to say a shooting happened. God forbid people get turned off and don't want to go to her establishment because of it. I think she should sue them. I'm just saying. I never see shoot nobody. She didn't get shot. So why they even mentioning her name? Just because she's a celebrity, right? I don't like that foolishness. Let's go down. I want to talk to you guys about Spice and Shenseea. A lot of people want to compare them, and I think that's a bit unfair sometimes. When you check out who performed better on stage, I'm going to give it to Spice. I'm going to always give it to Spice right now. But I think the problem is why a lot of people are beating up on Spice is because of what she stands for. And when she talk about the black hypocrisy, a lot of people don't want to hear it, right? I don't know if it's how she goes about doing it. Who knows? But her message is quite powerful. And we see it every day, not only in the dancehall industry, not only in the music industry. We see it in the workplace. And it's really and truly unfair. That has happened to me before. I've had gigs in Fort Lauderdale taken away from me because they said I didn't look the part. I didn't look the part to be a host on their stage. Yep, they told me that. And then you wonder why a lot of these women are out there doing all these things to their body. It's crazy. But they told me that. I didn't look the part. And I need to probably lose some weight. I'm probably too dark. Or I need to get rid of the dreadlocks or something. But they've done that to me before. And thank God I'm strong and was able to not let that type of stuff bother me. But if it was Nikisha from probably 15 years ago, I probably would have gone crazy and depressed and binge eat and can't worry about them things, right? You got to know yourself. And when you know yourself, all them little negative things not going to bother you. All right? So shout out to all the kings and queens out there that's encouraging their friends or family members to do good. I'm going to encourage you to follow your dreams. That's a part of knowing yourself too, you know. That's a part of knowing yourself. Follow your dreams. Don't let nobody discourage you. I'm telling you. I heard Les Brown. Oh, I want to introduce you to Les Brown. Les Brown is a motivational speaker that you guys should listen to sometime. He said the richest people on earth are in the cemeteries. The richest people, where you could find most treasure, is in the cemeteries. And the reason why he said that, he said, do you know how many lost dreams, the ghosts of people that lost their dreams, they didn't get to accomplish all the stuff that they want to accomplish, all the ideas, all the inventions, all that stuff is right out there in the cemetery. He said that's the richest place on earth. And what that's telling me is, you got a dream, or you got an invention, or whatever it is, you get on top of it right now and you go do it. And don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for someone to do it for you, because I'm learning the hard way that when it's yours, you got to get up and do it yourself. You can't wait for somebody to come and do it for you. It's probably not going to be done the way you want it to be done. So, here's some tips I'm giving you under this know yourself thing. So, you got to get up and go out there and do it for yourself. And you have to, and I've learned from a lot of the greats that when you start out your own, whatever it is, business, dream, it's probably not gonna go the way you want it to go right away in the beginning, and that's a part of it. It's gonna be challenging, and it's gonna be a lot of sweat equity going into it, but just stick to it and surround yourself with, be the dumb one in your group. I've always said that. Surround yourself with people that's gonna motivate you, people that could give you some kind of opinion or ideas as to what you're doing. Just guidance. As long as they're not knocking you down with what you're trying to do. All right? So I encourage you to go out there and make your dreams become a reality. Like how Jatef did. He might knock pan from when me and TC had the world premiere probably about 7 years ago. Jatef been knocking this pan a knock, from New York to Florida. And I'm telling you, it's working. Because right now we might hear hits. I like this one that you dropped, Jatef, the dysfunctional thing. But that's for a different show. Probably Pillow Talk. But shout out to Jatef. He's doing great things in the music industry. And I thank him for even rolling with Flexx FM for so long. Shout out to all them artists that it's like they grew with Flexx FM, That's what's up. So, Jatef, continue to do what you do. Yes, God is good all the time. So make sure you continue to send us your songs. Send it to flexfm@gmail.com or blazeofire@gmail.com and put attention Flexx FM World Premiere on it. All right? So it's a good look inside the Flexx FM studio. Thank you to the production staff. We have a lot of finger food that I'm going to dive into in a minute. Right about now, I just want to remind you that my special guest is in the building. Such a strong woman. Boy, I hope we keep the tears at a minimum today. You never know. But a true queen. A true queen. And I can't wait to sit and talk to her because I know I'm going to learn so much from her. She look a bit, but she talawa. I can't explain it. She got a strength in her that if only a lot of us could get it. And she going to have to tell me how she do it. Probably it's her upbringing, probably his mommy, probably his grandmommy. Who knows? But China is here, and I'm going to talk to her in a minute. So we're going to drop a song. Yeah. Go to a quick commercial break. And then when we come back, we're going to talk to Miss Beautiful. Should I say China? Or should I use government names? She'll let me know. But right now, it's Miss China. Until she tell me otherwise. So, the time now, drop some music, and then we go to a quick commercial break. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Pop that. Master deep on the road. Nobody's leaving out the door. Gonna work that booty till it's so. Just keep on bouncing up and down. I'ma keep on booming. That's how we. My daddy was a good old man. My mother alone, with the responsibility to her. She never had me send us to school. She want us to get our food. Now the right God to get praise for the great things she has done. Oh, Mama, I love you too, and I know you love me too. Oh, Mama, I love you too. I wish that every mother was the Jesus you are. I know you're my shining star. Somebody never can call. Mama, you can depend on me now. All that you love, try to get. Now it's up to me to do the rest. Never let the world to pray.
remember when Mama said that our Father give us His bread, our daily bread, and all our needs. Oh, Jah, I beg you please, the one that saw Mama with the Bible in her hand, reading and praying with tears rolling from her eyes. I asked her and say, Mama, please don't cry. Just remember God is standing by. I say, Mama, you can depend on me now, cause I see you've tried your best. Now it's up to me to do the rest. Mama, you can depend on me now, cause I see you've tried your best. Now it's up to me to do the rest. Mama, oh Mama, my sweet, sweet Mama. Ooh, Mama, Mama, Mama. Oh Mama, my sweet, sweet Mama. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Mama, love you, Mama. Mama, 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 Mama. Oh God, Mama. Mama, 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 Mama. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Mama, sing Mama, Mama, Mama. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Mama, sing Mama, Mama. Ooh, Mama. Hey. Hold it, don't go. Hold it.
Welcome. If you're listening on iTunes, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, we're all over the place. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Today, our show is dedicated to moms, mothers of murdered sons and daughters. And today we have a special guest inside the studio, and I'm going to introduce her. Miss China is here, family. Miss China is here, and she's going to talk to us today about, you know, what's been going on with her and her family and her situation. And forgive us if we get emotional, but, you know, it's a part of it. But, Miss China,
Yes.
beautiful as usual.
Thanks for having me.
I'm
first of
so
all.
glad that you're here. When I asked you to come in, I didn't know if you were going to be able to, but man, I have to give it to you. You really inspire a lot of us. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it because you're strong. You're strong. And I just want, I don't want to tell you about it if I might want her to tell you. So probably Miss China could give you a little short story about what happened to her and her son. Just go on into
this
it.
This is very fresh still.
Yeah.
His birthday just passed, as a matter of fact. His birthday was on the 12th, on Wednesday.
Aye.
Yeah.
He would have been
19. He didn't make it to his 19th chapter, so to speak. He passed away, or his life was taken, New Year's Eve. I had just spoken to him maybe 7 hours before. So when I got this phone call, that phone call is something every mother always dreads. You don't want that phone call. We pray day and night. I love God, you know, and I'm always praying. I pray for my children day and night, even through the day. Even if a thought comes over me of fear for them, I pray. So to all of you out there that are listening and watching, I just want to say, keep the faith. Don't let this, what I'm about to say, detour you from praying. Um, your faith is tested. That is number one. Your faith is tested. This is not a regular pain. There are different types of pain, is what I learned too. That there's a different pain when you lose a mother, a different pain when you lose a father, and an excruciating pain when you lose a child. Especially as a mother, that you've carried this child for 9 months, you bathe them, you lotion them, you change their diapers, you feed them, you take care of their skin. You don't even want them to get a scratch on their skin, you know? You're medicating them for colds, for fevers, you know, you're a nurse, you're a doctor, you're a psychiatrist, you're a father. Most times, most of us women are fathers too. That phone call, back to that phone call. So most of us fear this phone call. This phone call came at about 6 o'clock in the morning, 6 a.m. I will never forget this phone call as long as I live. Never. It was my mother on the other end. And I could hear like a nervousness in her voice. And she's like, did you hear from Chris? And I said to her, yeah, I spoke to him earlier this evening. And she said, well, his friends are writing something on Facebook. They're writing RIP and putting up his picture. I said, are you sure? No. Instantly, your chest is just, your heart is about to come through your mouth. You know, it's a nervousness, and it's also, I can't believe what she's saying. Why is she even waking me up? Why is she saying this? This has to be a joke. You know, why would they be playing a joke on me at this point? And I'm sleeping, so it's as if I almost wanted to say to her, go back to sleep and leave me alone.
Right.
Stop playing, you know? So then I said, I'm trying to calm her down, because she said to me, no, it's true, because your cousin saw it on Facebook and called your brother, and he's banging down the bathroom walls in there right now, so it has to be true. He looked at Facebook, and I said, no, it can't be. So I called his girlfriend, because he lived with his girlfriend. I called her, and she answered the phone. She answered the phone, and she said to me, yes, it's true. It's true, I just left there. And I said, are you sure? She said, yes, because he was supposed to be home by 11 o'clock. And this took place at 1:30 in the morning. That's December 31st, 1:30 in the morning. New Year's Eve. She said she walked to where she thought he might be, and she saw a large crowd with the police, and it was a yellow tarp already covered over him, and he was on the floor. She said one of the officers approached her and gave her a teddy bear and a rose, and a chocolate was wrapped onto the teddy bear he had just purchased for her. He was waiting for his Uber ride, and he actually approached the vehicle. He thought it was his Uber, and they opened the door and they shot my son. So he died with this in his hands for his girlfriend.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So he walked up to the car,
He walked up to the car,
thinking it was Uber to
thinking
pick
it
him
was
up,
his Uber to pick him up,
and that's when they shot him.
and that's when they shot him.
And he had the teddy bear and all that stuff.
And the
inside.
teddy bear and the rose and the candy attached to the teddy bear. There was a CVS on the corner, and he had just went and purchased the Uber card and put some money on the card and purchased that, obviously in CVS for his girlfriend. You know,
That just goes to show you
yeah,
where his mind was, you know?
where his mind was. Love, and he loved his girlfriend. He still does. He loved her so much. I'm so happy that, leading back to God, I'm so happy that she is with child. So I do get a little piece of him still, as much as I am so sentimental. I know this is very hard. This is really hard. Not even because I'm sitting here talking to you and it might seem, I do have my moments, you know.
Right.
I have my moments where I break down and it's very hard for me, but I have to be strong, you know. There is no other choice that I have. And I'm gonna turn this into a purpose, because he died without one. He died for no reason. He died without a purpose, without a reason. They murdered him for no reason, you know. So I'm gonna turn this into something. I'm gonna make it better than it ended.
Yeah. Where you get your strength from, though?
My grandmother. My grandmother. And she loved him so much, and I remember while I was dressing him for his viewing, he has a tattoo with my grandmother's name on his hand, and I remember just rubbing his hand, and the touch of a deceased person, your skin is like leather almost. It's very hard, it's very cold, and it doesn't stretch, it doesn't move. You know what I mean? And I remember touching him when he was alive, and how he felt, and I'm comparing it. So I keep telling myself that that spirit, this is just a shell that I'm looking at. That's just his body that I laid to rest. His actual spirit is still around me. That's why I said at his viewing, and I will still say that I will never say I only have one child. I still have two. I still have two. Because he's always going to be with me, and his spirit is always going to live on. And I will see him again. I will see him again. We all will. You know, if you believe in what I believe, we all have different beliefs. But that's what keeps me going, because what I was taught as a child about death. And death is not the final destination. Death is not our final destination. And that is what keeps me.
Yep.
That is what keeps me.
I want you to tell I want you to tell a mother that probably going through this right now, because I know a lot of mothers blame themselves.
Oh, wow.
They can't take it back. Like, what can you say to her that's gonna pull her away from that ledge, then put it that way, when she's about to make that step?
You know, I watch the news all the time, and I have friends. I have a friend, I remember, I'm not going to mention her name, but most of you that know me well know who I'm speaking of. I sat beside her. Her son died exactly the same way mine died. And I remember sitting beside her throughout the whole ordeal, in the limo ride to the funeral, there for her while she was grieving. Some of us take our griefs differently. Some of us become abusive to the people around us.
Right.
I didn't want to be one of those people. I wanted people to learn from me and to get strength from me.
Mm-hmm.
And I questioned myself for a long time, like, what am I going to say during this interview? I'm still weak, but I keep reminding myself that in order to make somebody strong, you have to be strong. You can't be weak because you're just going to pass on a weak energy. You know what I mean? So I remember that she became abusive, and I had to kind of leave her alone for a couple of years. And I remember before the funeral, she called me. She was in Jamaica on vacation, and she heard what happened. And she called me, and she said I hadn't spoken to her in over 8 years. She called me, and she said, I'm so sorry, but now you understand what it felt like to be in the limousine with me. I know you didn't understand what I was going through, but now you do. I never forget. I would always pray, God, please, don't let what happened to her happen to me. I always prayed. I'm so sorry for all of you that pray. Even though we pray, things still happen. And it doesn't mean that God doesn't love us, but it just means that the path was already there for us, and it's nothing we can do to stop it. Absolutely nothing we can do to stop it, no matter how much you pray, no matter how much you post on Facebook. Oh God, cover my children with the blood. No matter if you say it to yourself, no matter if you get on your knees, whatever is going to happen is going to happen. And this is my testimony, and this is my story, and I didn't think it would be. I was on the outside always
Looking in.
And then I became the person on the inside looking out. I always warned my son.
You did everything that mothers do with their son, where you warn him, you do the whole 9 yards. You tried
It doesn't even matter. I heard about a child that got killed at his grandfather's funeral 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Now you're at a funeral with your child. You don't expect that you're gonna lose your child at the funeral you're going to.
Your father's funeral, yeah, to lose your son. And he wasn't a troublemaker.
Oh my God. We have to stop. I don't know how. What is it gonna take? I don't know. What is it gonna take? Sometimes I beg God just to come and stop this. Him alone can really stop this. It's nothing. It's too many guns out there, and they're everywhere. They're everywhere, and they're in hands of babies these days. You know, a little baby shot his mother by accident in a car. The father went in the store, picked up the gun, and by accident shot the mom. He could have killed his mom. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you that whatever is gonna happen is gonna happen. We just have to give each other strength and heal each other, because broken people break people, and hurt people hurt people. Yeah. And I think the healing comes from within our homes. Within our homes. Within our homes. I'm glad that mine was taught love. I taught him love. He died with a teddy bear he was about to give a gift.
His character.
Of love. Yeah. So I'm at peace with that. I know that he loved God. He loves people. The amount of people that were there at the candlelight, people I've never even known. I have so many people calling me mom right now. I lost a son. I'm gaining a grandchild or two, because my daughter-in-law is a twin. So I've gained 2 daughters. I'm gaining a grandchild, you know, and I haven't lost my son's spirit. I've lost his body,
but not his spirit.
But not his spirit.
So you're gonna take on this cause.
All his responsibilities are mine. Every last one. I will father that child. I will take care of that child. Whatever gifts he would have bought for her, I buy for her. Yesterday was Valentine's Day. I brought her Valentine's gift to her job, and waited her for work, and took her to Red Lobster to have something to eat. Yes, she was my date for Valentine's, and I woke up with her this morning and put her on an Uber to work. You know what I mean? She is my responsibility, and I'm not gonna make her miss out on anything.
China.
She's 17 years old, and I can't imagine what she's even going through on the inside. She's scared. She's without her child's father. The father is not gonna have the opportunity to meet his child. It's just a lot she's even going through emotionally, and
you know, I gotta give you credit, because as the mom, for you to acknowledge that, you know,
yes.
and realize that she pain, because a lot of mothers, when they grieve, it's just the grief that consumes them. You know,
you have to remember the people around you. You have to, and if someone needs help, even though I'm grieving, I have to help them. I have to.
Right.
Life. I wanted to curl up in a ball. I wanted to, in a corner, and just stay there and don't move, because that's how emotionally you feel. You just don't even want to go outside. You just hate the world. It's all these emotions that is just so overwhelming at times, you know. But even when I went where they took his life day before yesterday.
So you still go back to that place?
I do. They have a memorial out there for him, and all the teenagers out there know me. The minute I exit the vehicle, they're all running up to me, embracing me. The people in the store knew him. The man in the store, he told me how much he cried because they called him Shorty. He said, I cried so much because Shorty was my little friend. He was just a people's person. That's just the way how when I come in the room, when we first met, you were like, instantly, I want to do a movie about you. That was the first thing you said. I want to do a movie about you named China Doll. I said to you, you know, I've done some videos, some music videos.
Yes, you did.
And I've been in a movie before. And, you know, we were rapping because I'm a hairdresser. And, you know, I just love the whole entertainment scene. So he has the same energy as me. And he used to say, Mom, you know why sometimes we don't get along? Because we're exactly alike. And that's everything that I hear people say about him, people that I don't know that are just meeting me for the first time, is the same things that people
said about you?
Say about me. Yeah. And I just shake my head, you know.
The chat room is really going off.
Well, let's answer some calls if there's any questions.
Well, they're giving you love. Like James Bond 007 says, bless up China Doll, enough love every time. Tina's Rush Shepherd's washing. Big up to Wayne Floss. Carib Corner. Amen or paths are written. We are God's testament of life. Big up to Princess Khadijah. Rush Shepherd said there's no God. Rush Shepherd is something crazy right now.
I know.
But the ones doing the killing, all guns come from heaven. All right, Rush Shepherd, we're going to get you on the program another day for you to tell us that. But you're getting a lot of love in this chat. And I'm telling you, when the way I see how you move, China, with all that's happening, and I go home and I look at my fresh son, oh gosh, China, I promise you, like, I tell myself I could try to raise you right, I could do all this good stuff, but what if? You know, you never know. You never know.
I always hear people say this, you know. I remember when my son was very young, I used to leave. I lived in Miramar, and I used to leave work. I used to work for J.C. Penney in the salon. I was working there for almost 3 years at this time, and I used to leave work and come and pick up Christopher right around the corner from his school, from where we live. His school was right around the corner, and people ask me, why don't you just teach him how to drive and walk home? And it was so hard.
I know. You know what?
To detach myself from him as picking him up from school and taking him home. It became so hard, and the minute you start to do that, you realize when they become 16, 17, you have to
let them go.
You have to ease up the rein. You can't make it so tight because you want them to be able to communicate with you and tell you things. And that's one thing we did. Like, he wouldn't hide things from me. He would just tell me the truth. You know, this is what's going on, or, you know, this is what's happening. So, you know, I would know of what's going on with him, and I'm glad that we had that relationship because I'm so in tune with everything that went on with his murder, and I can't really go into it that deep, but the
Yeah.
police have one suspect in custody.
Well, that's good.
And a lot of evidence.
That's good.
A whole lot of evidence.
Okay. That's good.
So
Big
I
up to
really like that.
Izana, who's watching right now. Carib Corner says God called his angel home.
Oh, yeah.
His purpose was fulfilled. It may not seem like it to those grieving, but this is God's vision. We still need to pray and continue to live in his grace. Thank you, Carib Corner, which is...
That's beautiful. I mean, no matter what you believe in, whenever we get there, we all reach to our chapter, our final chapter in our lives. Nobody can come from the dead and speak on what they saw.
I've never heard someone, yeah.
You know, I get very deep. When we
I
talk,
know,
we get
we-
very
yeah.
deep because I'm spiritual as well.
Yeah. And that's why I asked you the
today
other
is
day.
Sabbath, and I'm a 7-day Adventist. I'm not a Rasta.
Right.
But I believe in the Sabbath.
Yeah.
You understand
Yes,
what I'm saying?
yes,
so
yes,
I listen to a little bit of everybody's religion or beliefs, and I put it together with mine. You understand what I'm saying? Because I remember when I was a young girl, I used to go to church on a Sunday. And then my grandmother said she got this vision, and it's like God told her that, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Sunday is not the Sabbath. So therefore, why are you keeping Sunday holy?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she said, you know what, I'm going to start my kids going to 7-day Adventist classes and schooling and church eventually, and that's just where I you know, got my
your
nurturing
strength?
from my grandmother.
I know we're going to take a commercial break soon. Can I read one more comment? I know I have
Sure,
to talk
sure,
to my
sure.
production team. They're bad like yours. So can I take one more comment? James Bond, Uncle James Bond says, we can never guarantee what will or what will not happen. We can only pray for the strength to deal with whatever difficulties come and for the humility to accept our triumphs.
Beautiful.
I love that.
I love that too.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we follow back. We're going to talk some more with Miss China. The show is deep. I'm loving every minute of it. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Just don't move up, my sorry. If you do, go get the juice and forward back to the phone or the laptop. All right?
Tuckle wings, tuckle wings, tuckle wings. Tuckle wings and things. Tuckle wings, tuckle wings, tuckle wings. Tuckle wings and things. Tuckle wings, tuckle wings, tuckle wings. Tuckle wings and things. Come here and you will like it. If you don't want it, then don't buy it. So much options, don't fight it. Pick all you want, we don't mind it. We're all kinds, we all grind. The best restaurant that will change your mind. You will love us, you will come back for more. Our food will have you running through that door. Look, Tuckle Wings and Things is the best, and no time will be better than the rest. We're not shy, we spend time with our guests. I thank God, I feel like we're blessed. Look, tuckle wings, tuckle wings, tuckle wings. Tuckle wings and things.
So, last year you work around the clock to ensure that this tax season you see a return that may help you to purchase that car that you're longing for or help you to pay down that interest rate on that mortgage. Well, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and expect a different result, they call that insane. You know what else is insane? All-in-one multi-tax services. All-in-one multi-tax services help you get the most of your return, serving the 52 state nationwide. For information and direction, you can contact Marilyn Johnson at 754-204-1610. That's 754-204-1610. Or stop on by their office at 3888 West Commercial Boulevard in the city of Tamarack. All-in-one multi-tax services LLC gives you the best of your return, offering services that goes above and beyond. So don't hesitate to call Marilyn Johnson at 754-204-1610. All-in-one multi-tax services LLC. Don't forget to ask about our advance loans.
It's insightful. It's factual. It's Flexx News and Sports Daily at 7 a.m., 12 noon, and 6 p.m. on the only station that matters, Flexx FM.
Sure that this tax season you see a return that may help you to purchase a car that you're longing for, or help you to pay down that interest rate on that mortgage. Well, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and expect a different result, they call that insane. You know what else is insane? All-in-one multi-tax services. All-in-one multi-tax services help you get the most of your return, serving the 52 state nationwide. For information and direction, you can contact Marilyn Johnson at 754-204-1610. That's 754-204-1610. Or stop on by their office at 3888 West Commercial Boulevard in the city of Tamarack. All-in-one multi-tax services LLC gives you the best of your return, offering services that goes above and beyond. So don't hesitate to call Marilyn Johnson at 754-204-1610. All-in-one multi-tax services LLC. Don't forget to ask about our advance loans. If you want to put your taste bud to the test, well, try the all-new Taco Wings and Ting, which is conveniently located at 5567 West Oakland Park Boulevard in the city of Lauderhill. Feel free to try our wings combo. Our wings flavors are Lauderdale Heat, Sweet Lakes, Honey Garlic, Hot or Mild, Buffalo, Hot or Mild, Nacho Cheese, Crispy Fry, Lemon Pepper, Barbecue Jerk, Mango Habanero, and Barba Liquid. You'll never try a sub till you try ours, which is our Jerk Pork Sub or our Finger Licking Jerk Chicken Sub. Stop on by our location today. Try any one of our combos. We're open Monday through Sunday, Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. And on Sunday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's Taco Wings and Ting, located at 5567 West Oakland Park Boulevard in the city of Lauderhill. For more information and direction, you can call 754-779-7866. That's 754-779-7866. Taco Wings and Ting. Stop on by today and put your taste bud to the test.
You lift my heart up when the rest of me is down.
Buying a home today is one of your biggest investment. However, talking with the wrong person may be a little bit discouraging. Let us redirect you to the right person. Deandra Mirage, the mortgage queen. The Mirage mortgage team are available to you for consultation that will help take the hustle out of you buying your home. Call them today for a free consultation at 561-600-1352. That's 561-600-1352. Or stop on by their office at 551 Northwest 77th Street, Suite 101, Boca Raton. Deandra Mirage is more than qualified to get you certified. This is why we call her the mortgage queen. Stop procrastinating and start your investing today. And contact the mortgage queen, Deandra Mirage. For more information and direction, call 561-600-1352. That's 561-600-1352. You can follow her on Facebook at Deandra Mirage and on Instagram, Deandra_mortgage_queen. Let the Mirage mortgage team transform your dreams into reality. Having car problem? Worry no more. R&R starters and alternators are here for you. We rebuild or provide you with new domestic, foreign, and marine starters and alternators. Also, rock and pinion. We know that times are hard and you're working on a budget. This is why R&R starters and alternators are meeting you halfway. Call us today for an estimate or more information at 954-485-2311. That's 954-485-2311. Or visit us at 3150 150 Northwest 17th Street, Bay 2 in Lauderhill. Follow us online at www.newalternator.net. With R&R Starter and Alternator, our work speaks for itself.
Bad man out and stunting. Kyle them tick like dumpling.
So, last year you work around the clock to ensure that this tax season you see a return that may help you to purchase that car that you're longing for or help you to pay down that interest rate on that mortgage. Well, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and expect a different result, they call that insane. You know what else is insane? All-in-one multi-tax services. All-in-one multi-tax services help you get the most of your return, serving the 52 state nationwide. For information and direction, you can contact Marilyn Johnson at 754-204-1610. That's 754-204-1610. Or stop on by their office at 3888 West Commercial Boulevard in the city of Tamarack. All-in-one multi-tax services LLC gives you the best of your return, offering services that goes above and beyond. So don't hesitate to call Marilyn Johnson at 754-204-1610. All-in-one multi-tax services LLC. Don't forget to ask about our advanced loans. If you want to put your taste bud to the test, well, try the all-new Taco Wings and Ting, which is conveniently located at 5567 West Oakland Park Boulevard in the city of Lauderhill. Feel free to try our wings combo. Our wings flavors are Lauderdale Heat, Sweet Lakes, Honey Garlic, Hot or Mild, Buffalo, Hot or Mild, Nacho Cheese, Crispy Fry, Lemon Pepper, Barbecue Jerk, Mango Habanero, and the Barba Liquid. You'll never try a sub till you try ours, which is our Jerk Pork Sub or our Finger Licking Jerk Chicken Sub. Stop on by our location today. Try any one of our combos. We're open Monday through Sunday, Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. And on Sunday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's Taco Wings and Ting, located at 5567 West Oakland Park Boulevard in the city of Lauderhill. For more information and direction, you can call 754-779-7866. That's 754-779-7866. Taco Wings and Ting. Stop on by today and put your taste bud to the test.
You lift my heart up when the rest of me is down.
So,
It's insightful, it's factual, it's Flexx News and Sports Daily at 7 a.m., 12 noon, and 6 p.m. on the only station that matters, Flexx FM.
The following program contains language and scenes that some viewers might find objectionable. Discretion in viewing is advised.
Welcome back to That Time with your host, Nikki Blaze, and my special guest inside the Flexx FM studio, the one and only beautiful, strong, empowering, I need some next big word, queen, one next, alpha female.
Perfect.
Yes. Miss China Doll is here, family. And we're having a deep conversation, and it's touching, and it's powerful, and it's everything in one, and we cry, we laugh, but it's information that you need to have. And I am voting, if it's a voting thing for Miss China to get out there and hit these streets and become that face for mothers of murdered sons, or for gun violence. But I know if you guys need a speaker for an event, Miss China would be perfect. Because what she's saying is real and raw. And believe me, if she don't move you, even to go into some of these homes and talk to some of these women and let them know. What I love about you, China, is that you went through all this. I mean, I tell you something, I don't know, them, so I'm strong, but what? You're strong. You're strong. And you walking out It's like you realize, yep, I have to take on this mission. I gotta go talk to these people. You're gonna do a darn good job. But China, we were talking during the break, and I want you to tell the family about the stupid court Babylon system.
Oh wow.
You don't have to give them detail, but just
Yes,
let them understand. Cause your boy was fine.
Absolutely, absolutely. It all started at the age of 13. I never forget this. This was my son's first play fight with another student that ended up in court. This parent pressed charges against my son because he slapboxed another child.
Like a B-box, like
Right,
Jamaican
yeah,
B-box.
You know this little tag, run by and slap a
Yeah.
child, and then later that child finds you and run by and
That's why I didn't play
slaps you
B-box, 'cause
and
I can't
catch you
manage.
off guard, yeah. So that was his first court appearance.
And they took him to court for that.
Took him to court for that. I've had teachers to hit him in school, and I've called the police, and what happens is when there's an already on-site police on school, the 911, yes,
We'll transfer it to
them and have them handle it. They don't come out there to assist you. They let
So
the
if they're
school
already
police handle it.
biased.
So if they're already biased and they like all the teachers,
Yep. Your child
I
would.
can't prosecute any of the teachers, and a teacher has prosecuted my son because at the age of 16 he really got tired of. This was the third teacher to put her hand on him now. at
In
this
America?
point. In America, and I can go on to naming out the schools, but I'm not going to do
Yeah.
that. But just know that they're in Broward. They're Broward schools. So, with that being said, it brought confusion to him. And I said this to the principals too. I cannot discipline him when he puts his hand on a teacher, because the teachers are not being penalized when they put their hands on him. And it goes both ways. You know what I mean? I'm trying to bring him up and teach him the right way, teach him right from wrong. But if I'm teaching him right from wrong at home and he's being abused at school, and the abuser is not being penalized, then what I'm teaching him is worthless, because I'm teaching him the right thing at home, but when he goes out into the world, unfortunately, this happens all the time. They're not going to be always respected on the streets the way they are at home. So, the confusion is in the real world, it's not the way you're teaching me. This is not what's happening out here. So, with that being said, as time went on, it escalated. It escalated until one day it became, instead of 2 weeks or a week, it became 18 months. And I cried. I cried in the courtroom, and I cried in the lobby that when the judge got off the bench and she was leaving, she had to pass me. And I said something to her and made her turn back. And like face to face, like me and her were at it now in the hallway, because it's woman to woman, you off of the bench now. And I'm telling you that what you're doing is going to end up killing my son. You're going to hurt my son. I've been a single parent, so I've had to be the man in the house. And I've had to run grown men away from my door. Knocking on my door, coming to call my son out of the house. That is another thing. You have some older adult men that they prey on kids, and no matter how you watch your children, listen to me, no matter how you watch your children, they get at them. When they're coming home from school, if they even go to the garbage to throw away the trash, they're going to try to inveigle them to, hey, come here. Why you always in the house with your mom? Why you don't come outside?
And we're
and hang out with
we're
us?
not talking about a sexual thing right now.
No,
All right?
I'm talking
So
about here's some counterfeit money. Here, go and change this at the store and bring me back the money. Just inveigling them to do bad things. So I would be the match for these men. When I open my door and I see them trying to draw my son out.
Yeah.
I would rather him take him to a strange park and say, go play ball with those people than for him to be around some of the neighborhood characters sometimes. So this was my thing. I was always very strong, and so he would go far. He would go far, catch the bus, and go and be with these people that he wanted to be with. So like I said, you know, you can show them right from wrong, but the decision is still theirs. No, I used to tell him, look, I see you going down a path that I don't like, and this is going to be the result. I don't want them to hurt you. I don't want them to take you away from me. I broke it down to him so simple. One day I said to him, look, I know this sounds selfish, but I love you so much that whenever I close my eyes and I even imagine you being taken away from me, death-wise, somebody killing you, I would really come out and say, I'm really afraid them kill you. Real raw patois. I'm really afraid them kill you. You understand what I'm saying?
You said that to me
many times. Many times, over and over. And I'm like, the selfishness of it is, I'm going to hurt so bad, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to deal with it. I don't know what will happen to me. So please, I'm asking you, just keep yourself alive. Just, I know that I can't stop you from going places that you want to. I can only pray for you that you'll be safe wherever you are, you know. And my son had a habit of coming in home all wee hours of the morning. And I'm a very stern disciplinarian. And his father is in his life as well. There was a time that I said to his dad, look, we co-parent, have him, I'm going to drop him off for a few months and have him live with you for a few months. How about that? And he did it for a while. But when the neighbor across the street shot at my son, I took my son away from his dad, you know. And then after he got shot at, they shot him in the shoulder.
Wait,
and that still was this is a different incident, and they shot him in the shoulder. He got up out of the hospital and went to his cousin's baby shower with the bullet still in his arm. And I'm arguing with him in the hospital, and his sisters, they're one of his eldest sisters, his dad, all of his sisters came, and they were upset because he was fighting to leave the hospital to go to this shower. And I was saying to myself, how foolish you are. You should be getting some rest with what just happened to you, and he's fighting. He wants to leave to go to the shower. He cannot miss it. So I left the hospital. I left him with his sister. I'm like, okay, you want to leave so bad, I'm not going to check you out. I'm not checking you out. Have your sister check you out if you want to leave so bad, because she was his older sister. You know, the one there, the last one remaining after everyone left the hospital, because we couldn't understand why. He was just so adamant after he had just went through this. After that, they had an incident where he was robbed and he was stabbed. And that still was not a wake-up call.
He got shot. The neighbor shot after him, left. Then he got shot in the shoulder in the hospital. Didn't want to go to baby shower, y'all ain't letting him. Then after that, he got stabbed. So that's
and
3
this is
incidents.
months before the stabbing occurred, maybe a few months before they actually killed him.
So last year was a hot.
Last year was a very rough year for him. Last year was a very rough year, and he kept going back into the same neighborhood, around the same people that I warned him about. And this time it didn't even have anything to do with him. He was parting a fight between 2 young ladies. 2 young ladies were about to fight, and he intervened. And because of his intervention, they believed that they deserved his life.
2 young ladies were gonna fight. So probably a jump. They were gonna jump.
They were gonna jump.
And he stopped that from happening.
Yes.
And because he stopped that from happening, somebody got mad.
And they didn't end up fighting, but they ended up killing my son.
Days later, or whatever.
Later. 1 day later.
1 day later.
After threatening him also, because I read his phone texts. The young lady, you know, made it clear what she was about to do, and she carried it out.
Wow.
She carried it out.
That's something deep right there. It's crazy because these are kids.
Yeah.
I mean, they're, what do you call them? Young
18,
adults,
teenagers.
teenagers, but these are kids. And it's, you know what's crazy? It's not just here that this type of stuff is happening, because even in Jamaica, it's kids.
Oh, it's
like
rampant.
everywhere is just
That's
these kids.
I believe in there's an evil and there's good.
Right.
In this world, and I've never seen. I'm 43 years old. I don't have any problem saying it on camera. Yes, I am 43 years old, and in all my 43 years, I have never heard this amount of violence happening so often with the teenagers as it is right now. And I mean, we can go on and on, because there's violence against women also a lot.
It's another topic
But
for another day.
to me, there's a great destruction that is about to happen. And sometimes we get signs, so to speak. We get signs of what is about to happen, or there's an end coming soon to all of this destruction. Some people have it to say the devil is seeking souls. His time is coming near. Some people are saying God is definitely coming this time, because of all of the evil that is manifesting in the world, in society today. It is unbelievable. It is.
I think this evil been happening though. I think we're more aware because of all the gadgets
social media,
and the social media.
The social media.
Yeah.
To me, even when we used to hear on the news, or if somebody even tell us, say, well, this man gets shot, you know, or such and such, it wasn't as much per day.
Didn't seem like it, at least not then. You're right. It's crazy these days, and you can't look at a man and say, oh, he looked bad.
Too.
So they
the
come
children,
in all types.
the men that's killing the children, you know, and women, and the teenagers against each other. And you know, we're really falling into one trap. If you realize, this isn't a part of Black Lives Matter anymore. This is us against each other. So I've had a friend to call me from New York and say, who did it? Was it one of us? And I had to say to her, yes, it was one of us. And that is really hurtful for me to even, I don't know what would be worse. I don't think, I'm not going to say if someone not of my same skin color did it, I would have felt better. I'm not going to say that.
Right.
It's like a double slap in the face. That's what I'm going to say.
Saying, yeah.
Because most people nowadays expect the police is who did it. Did the police do it? That was my first thought. Did the police do it? You know, when I spoke to the investigator, the first question I asked him, did a policeman shoot him? And he said, no. Actually, I knew your son. And he was very respectful to me. And I know all of them that's out there, that hang out there. But he had a lot of respect for me. And I just want you to know that that was my beat. And I'm not going to let this rest. I'm going to catch these people. You see, and that is another thing. You have to teach your kids manners. We have a saying, teach your kids the way they should grow. So they will never depart from you, from what you learn, from what you showed them, what you taught them. And it helps. Probably if it was some kid that was a punk to this cop, or really disrespected him, or
he wouldn't care.
He wouldn't care. But he's really like working this case, like unbelievable. Yeah, this man is really adamant about catching these guys, you know, and girls.
Right. My God. Wow. And girl. That's crazy. That really is. Woo! Wait. I want to find out. You see? Because you said basically you raise him on your own.
The court, this is one topic we straight off I want to touch back on.
The court.
The court. I argued with the judge about her, what she was doing.
Sending him
would make him either two ways it can go. Either it would really scare him straight
Or make
it worse. Because unfortunately, 90%, and this is just my own percentage ratio. This is my doing my own math. And what I see that goes on with the people I know, the friends that he made in there, this is what I notice. They get worse. They go in there and they really learn how to be worse.
Yeah.
And they're gangs.
I'm gonna tell
Let's
you
just
why.
break this down. They're gangs. And these gangs are real.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You have the Bloods, you have the Crips. You understand? It could either be fake. It could be little kids just pretending, just wanting to be because they want to seem bad or they want to belong to a group that if they get roughed up, they have some
Somebody
people
to
to come and
defend
defend
them,
them.
right?
So they ended up, they jumped these kids in from inside of the detention center where you think they're being taught something good, are gonna have a learning experience. No.
And that's why I think they should be held accountable.
They even medicated my son.
Without your permission?
No, with my permission.
Oh.
But then when they let him out,
The medication.
he's not, they don't have to keep him on the medication. As far as him being hyper, it's like a mood stabilizer. Most of the children, I mean, most of the inmates are getting it in their juice without their consent. But because they're underage, they have to have my consent to give it to him. And because of his outbursts and the things that he would do uncontrollable, you understand, he never wanted to be there, and he was
Why was
angry.
he doing that? Oh, because he
was
didn't want to
angry
be
because
there.
he didn't want
Right.
to be there, so they wanted to stabilize his mood. They couldn't deal with him. They didn't want to deal with him, so they would have rather have him on medication to make him bearable.
I think that's what they didn't want to deal with him.
Exactly. So then when he came out after the 18 months, I said to the judge, you know, is he still going to be on the medication or not? Because I need him to be calm. She said, well, there's nothing that I can do. Only when he's in the state's custody, we can have him medicated by your permission, but you can't medicate him while he's out of our custody. So this is what I'm telling you. There are things that we don't know, but we need to speak up as a society. If these things, if there's someone that has been through an experience and can share it, it is very important that you share it. I hate the fact that we come from a community that we keep things hush hush and we don't say it, and we don't, because I don't want this person to know that I'm going through this. No, please tell me. Tell me, because I want to know.
Right.
If there's something that a topic that I need to know about or focus on, please let me know.
Yeah.
So it could be beneficial in my life. You don't necessarily have to go through this event. You know what I'm saying? Prevention is better than cure.
All the
There
time.
are ways you can listen, you can learn from others' experiences and apply it to your life.
Yeah, and I do that a lot. I do that a lot.
So it made it worse for him to be away for 18 months. It made him resentful. It made him easier to go back to jail. He was in and out, like in and out.
It's designed for that, you
and
know.
then you're on probation from that first time he walked into a courtroom. He was on probation at the age of 13.
13.
And he died on
You see?
probation. And they don't know. Even though I tell them that he's deceased, the way that the system is set up, it's like it's so computerized that whoever comes to work the next morning, they just pick up the phone and automatically just call you. So I've had to tell people, like, you want to send a warrant out for his arrest? I can tell you where he's buried, and it's fine. You can go out there and go arrest him. If you absolutely insist, because you guys are, you're not going to stop calling me. Like, this is ridiculous. They're not going to take it out of the system that he's deceased.
That's sad.
And this is the system for you. This is what I'm telling you. Once your children
they really go down
get into the system
at 13,
it is so hard for them
that's
to
5
get
years.
out even after being deceased.
That's 5 years.
It's like they still
That's a
can't
long
get
time.
them out of the system, and I'm being billed.
Yes, you are.
I'm being billed as well.
Oh my God. The system. You see, You see,
And the
you see.
probation officers, they're just switching them over, and the new one doesn't have a clue that the child.
He just got out of school. He's just doing this.
Is deceased. So he is calling me with no knowledge, and you know, then it'll go over to another probation. They're like, oh, I want a one-on-one. I want to see your son face to face. And I say, you and me both. Yeah, this is.
They call you after the fact, say they want to see your son face.
Yes, they're still calling.
You should give them their address and tell them.
I'm going to eventually.
And just make me like,
but
sweet.
You know what is another serious? Let's go on to something serious I want to share with you guys. If you have a deceased child, you're the parent. You're not allowed to go even to. It depends, I guess, what state we're in. I wasn't allowed to see Christopher. I wasn't allowed. I still don't know where he was shot at this point.
Stick a pin.
Yes.
When they call you to
They
identify.
called me to ask for his eyes because it's time sensitive if I would give them his pupils. That is what they called me for. That is what the morgue called me to ask me. And I was very angry. I can't say on air exactly the words I used.
I can imagine. The more
and they're telling me that I cannot come there to see him. That his body will be released, but I have to go to a funeral home. I have to choose a funeral home, sign the paperwork, and have them go and pick up the body and bring the body to the funeral home before I can see him.
So this morgue, this is the...
And then because of the situation, he was not released to any funeral home until the 4th day. Because it's a crime, it's being investigated. It was a murder, and it's being investigated, so they had to release the body. The police had to release the body for the morgue, the funeral home, to be able to come and pick up the body from the morgue.
So you don't even know
where he got shot?
You don't see none of that?
I just see an abrasion on the side of his face, and I kept asking it because it was a very large open wound, and I thought he had got shot in the face. And the lady at the morgue, she didn't even have to, but she just kept assuring me that he wasn't shot in the face. I dealt with your son. He was not shot in the face. I cannot tell you where he was shot, but I'm going to assure you he was not shot in the face. The investigator did the same thing. He told me he cannot tell me
because of the case,
because of the ongoing case, but just rest assured that my son, when he was going down, he hit his face on the pole where he was standing. So, yeah.
That's a lot, China.
And I had to keep, you have to keep your brain, you're gonna plan a funeral. A lot of stuff is running through your brain. You have to remain stable. You know what, I went to college for funeral services. So that helped a little bit. Also, Nikki, it helped a lot, I should say. It's like I knew what to expect. I know what they do to a body. You know, I know the incisions. I know what they have to take out. I know what they have to remove. But it's with my permission.
So at this point, you don't even know if they removed anything?
No, I do know.
Just the eyes?
No, I did not have them remove his eyes, but I had the gentleman that handled Chris check. To make sure when he picked him up. And I called them and I told them, no, they're not allowed. They do not have my permission. And I had him call in front of me to when I went to sign the paperwork for him to go and pick up my son. He said, the mother said, you have no permission to take any of his organs. So, you know, he let them know and I let them know. So once that happens, if anything is taken, then they can get in a lot of trouble. So I had him check before he even removed my son and brought him to the funeral home.
Oh my God! How cold
this is what I'm telling you. There are certain steps.
The mother just lost the child, and then you're gonna call her and ask her for body parts. Oh no! It's too much. It's too much. First, you have a court system or Babylon system.
It's very wrong.
That's designed to take care of our sons, but yet still you put him in an establishment that made him worse, right? And yet still, our community really need to come together and talk about this and let these people be held accountable, because if the rich people in Upper Parkland can do it, why can we not do it? Do you realize from these kids past not say
their families knew
family went hard.
and they knew where their children were shot. Even though it was an ongoing investigation, and I thought about this. And I said to myself, why is it that I'm going to have to wait until the case, the end of the case, to find out? And I asked the detective. No, the reason that he gave me, that is just, to me, it sounded, the reason that he gave me was more or less something that they planned to say.
Like something they tell everybody.
Everybody gets this. You know what I mean? It's not you personally.
Right.
But we have to do it this way because there are certain, the people that did this to him, only they know where they shot him.
Got it. I watched the first 48, so I kind of understand certain stuff they can't
and I
say.
do too, and I watch it.
But it's horrible, though. It really is horrible.
It really is.
That these people send
and
your
that's
kids.
how you are treated too.
Yeah.
You are being victimized even after.
That's double whammy.
Exactly.
That's a lot.
By the system.
The system. But we could change the system.
But this is what the design of it.
Yeah.
And we can tell our kids and teach them till we're blue in the face.
It's designed to keep you
they
down.
really learn from until we really teach each other and our children are applying it.
Right.
Because you can learn things, but if you don't apply it, it's like you never learned anything. If you're not applying it, it's useless.
They're so quick to give him probation at 13 years old. I'm thinking about this case.
I left a message for the judge as well.
Did you get in trouble after you left?
I mean, I don't know if the message has reached her, but I hope it did because.
After the fact.
After exactly what I warned her about happened.
You should tell her.
I
Let her know.
have even a client and a friend that is like, China, you said that this would have happened. I heard you say it. You know what I'm talking about. I heard you say it to him over and over while you were doing my hair. Over and over, you would say it to him. I drilled this fear. And he was so resistant.
Does he have a little China in him?
Yes.
He's hard-headed.
He does. Even
Gung-ho.
to this day, I'm like, look, I used to tell him, I go over it, I replay even what I used to say to him. Look, I had a hard time listening to people too, okay? I did, but you have to listen. Listen, I always tell you the truth about whatever it is that I've been through, so you have to learn from me. And he's like, you're right, Mom. You're right, Mom. He used to always say, you're right, Mom. And I could hear him still to this day. If me and him even have a dispute, and he hang up the phone or I hang up the phone, and that's exactly what happened that very same day. And I'll never forget our last conversation.
Y'all had an argument?
Yes.
Oh, God.
And I called him back, and I calmed down. And he knows when I'm trying purposely to calm myself down and the way I speak. It was about his probation. That's what we were arguing about.
Right.
Because the probation officer ended up knocking at my door. And he doesn't live with me. So I said to him, why aren't you showing up to your probation officer? You're supposed to check in with them and you're still having them come to my home and you know you don't live here anymore. Why don't you go and see them? You should keep up with your probation in order to get over it. How many years has it been since you've been on probation? You don't want to get rid of them? That's always my topic with him. Just do what they want so you can get rid of them, so you can move on. And it used to be like, Ma, all right, Ma, okay, you know, and then he'll try to change the topic. So where did he say for me to go? So I'm like, why are you asking me? This man doesn't live here with me. You should go to where he is and ask him, what does he want you to do? You know, so that was our argument. And I remember when I called him back and I calmed myself down and I'm talking to him, it's always, all right, Mom, I'm sorry for hanging up the phone on you, or I'll say it to him and then we exchange I love yous and we go about our business. But we always, I love you, son. I love you, Ma. I'm sorry, son. I'm sorry, Mom. You know, you have to. It's not good to go to bed angry either. It's not good. You know, I'm thankful for the relationship that I had with my son. It was not perfect, and he was not a perfect son, but he was a loving son, emotionally there for anyone that was sad, that was around him, or if he saw anybody being taken advantage of. He has to be the one in the group to stand up for that person or to make peace. And that's what I taught him, to be a warrior, to challenge people. You understand what I'm saying? Stand up for what you believe in and don't be afraid to show people who you are, whether it be emotional or little or no emotion. Show who you are. Tell your truth.
And he did.
And he did.
He did.
And he did.
A couple times, well, that
He
day,
did.
no.
He did.
You did a good job
I
raising
did.
that boy, China.
Everyone says that to me, and I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, like I started off the interview with saying, no matter what you do, that story was already written before you. Before I was born, this was gonna happen. This was gonna be a part of my testimony, a part of my chapter, a part of my story, a page out of my book. You know what I mean? I planned him to have him. He was not a mistake. I keep on telling people that. I planned him because I had him not at a very young age. I had him in my late 20s. And I planned him because I didn't know if I could have children. And I begged God for a son. I would go on my hands and knees and pray. And when I was 3 months pregnant with him, me and his father separated. And I kept telling him, you know, I'm pregnant, and I think it's gonna be a boy. And he's like, how do you know? You haven't even been to a doctor yet. And I'm like, I just know. Because God, no matter what I pray for and I ask for, I just gotta be careful. You understand what I'm saying? What I pray for, but he always gives it to me. And I know, and I thank him for giving me Christopher. He loaned me Christopher. You understand what I'm saying? Because he's really not mine. I mean, I'm the vessel that he came in.
Yeah.
On earth, through. He came through me to this life, on earth, to be on earth. But we're all God's children, and I won't stop believing in that. We're all God's children, and I believe that just like I will see your children on the road, and if I see them doing anything,
you better.
It's the village, right?
You better.
So they're my children.
Yes, you better check them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Spirit eyes, spirit eyes.
And I'm
But
like,
check
hey,
them.
what you doing? What you doing right here?
Yep.
I'm gonna tell your mom, go home right now. You understand what I'm saying? Or before I tell your mom, just know that there is a village. I mean,
I love that.
I have a whole family, a whole another family he introduced me to. I never knew I had.
And do they? They love you now, Miss
And
China.
oh
I saw them.
They're
I saw
like,
them.
Mom, and oh
Yeah.
I have a whole herd.
But that's
of
children. That's fun.
Yes. And what I taught
They,
them.
yeah,
and
because
what I
they
taught
loving
them,
you
oh,
like this.
Man.
So
Oh, man.
that speaks of him.
And I keep saying that. Even the whole crew in McDonald's, they have this book that they all sign. The people in the corner store, the whole McDonald's crew. My friend Rita was reading the book and she said, Chana, when you have a chance, go over this book when you're in a dark place and you just really need
just read it.
Read this. And I haven't even read it yet.
To hear what they're saying
I
about.
haven't reached that place yet. So when I really, you know,
Get
have
to that
some
level.
time, yeah, I'm going to sit and read the book.
Listen, China, I can't wait to have you back inside the studio. I can't wait for you to take
Thanks
on
for
that
having
first
me.
event.
Thanks for having me.
You know, I'm going to support you whichever way.
Thank
If I
you.
got to come pick up
Thank
some
you.
garbage on that day, but
Thank
I really
you.
think you should take on this journey.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You know what, China, what can you say? Two people I want you to talk to right now. I want you to talk to the father, who's probably not in his
Oh, he is.
son. No.
Oh, not my
No,
children.
fathers, yeah.
Okay.
Who's probably not in their kid's life before something like this happened. Like, what could you say to the father?
Oh, this is really good.
Yeah,
This is a very good question.
Yeah, we need to talk to them.
All right. I just want to remind the fathers. You are a male.
You
I'm not
need
gonna
me to
say
help you check?
father, because it takes a man to be a father. So I'm going to leave it as you are a male. I am a female. I've never been a male, so I don't know how to raise a male. You do. Don't leave it solely on a female.
Thank you.
You can never do that. Can you teach a little girl how to be a woman? No. That is our job. Do yours. We're going to do ours.
That's powerful. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. And it don't cost no money to do that. It doesn't cost money to do
none at all.
that. Teach your son.
None at all.
It doesn't.
Just be there, even if you're not with the mother. There's a thing named co-parenting.
Yep. And the child shouldn't have to suffer because of that. Right.
Every child needs their father, not just a girl or a boy. Every child needs their father.
Yep.
You know, and every child needs their mother, because you have some mothers that are missing too in action, and it's the father's responsibility or maybe the grandmother's responsibility. No, you know, but we don't know how to be men. Only you. I am an alpha female. I grew up as a tomboy. No matter how I have this whole, you know, girly thing going on with the nails and the hair and stuff like that, I still to this day have more male friends than female friends. I'm still a tomboy. I still love to go fishing. I still love to kick ball. I still love to, everything that men love to do, I love to do.
Not
but I'm not a man. I taught my son how to cook, how to iron, how to clean, how to wash his clothes, how to play ball, how to ride a bike, how to fish, how to go kayaking, paintballing. I would take him and all his friends, you know. But still, there are things that his father did, and there are words that his father left him with that I couldn't dream of what those things meant, or they couldn't even come out of my brain, because we just don't function like that.
Right.
There's no way I can show my son how to be a man. No way I could have showed him. So it's very important for men these days to break out of that old-fashioned culture too that we have as Caribbean parents. What we grew up seeing our parents deal with, it starts here. And we have to break that cycle. It starts here. It is not good for when a mother is at home with the children and she hears the keys of the man of the house coming and everybody's rushing and everybody has to be quiet. That is not right. That is something very wrong with that. And we are creating this vicious cycle still by the woman has to be silent, and whatever the man says, that is the last word, and if the man says no, then it's no. No, we cannot. We have to stop this. We have to stop this. We have to break this vicious cycle, because it's affecting our children.
It is.
And we're just passing it down generation to generation.
Like a curse.
It is.
Generation
it really is a curse. Because if you sit back and watch the Caucasian family, how they deal with their wives and their family and their children, they're respected and they give them love. And they're not rushing to the corner when daddy is coming home and afraid when you hear the keys jingling. Oh, you know, everybody's on edge, even mommy. No! Mommy's supposed to be daddy's equal. But if we're looking at mommy's eyes terrorized by just the very sound of daddy keys coming by the door, then what is mommy doing to us?
Not good. Not
exactly.
good. You hear that? Well said, China. So if you out there doing that type of stuff, you need to cut it out ASAP.
Sit with your children. Speak with them.
Moms and dads, we need to really come together and make this thing work. It takes a village.
In our home. Starts in our home.
Starts in the home, just like China said. And if you want to join us each month out at Shirley Small Park, it's a family event. We bring the kids out. Husband, wives, girlfriend, boyfriend, just bring the kids out and let's gather and raise these kids together and have fun.
That's right.
You know, and make this community thrive, because it's crazy what's going on right now, but we can do it. We can do it together. I know it's not wishful thinking, but a lot of people out there see the vision. And let's not wait for another crazy thing to happen before you jump on this wagon, and let's ride on out and do what we have to do. Because see, China, I know China never expected, I didn't expect, nobody expected this, but it happened. And now she's taking up this banner, and it's a wonderful banner. And if you want to be a part of it, inbox me or inbox Trish or TC and let them know. All right, 1:55. You know, it's time for us to exit the building at 2 o'clock. It was a pleasure talking to Miss China. Anything you want to say before we wrap up real quick?
It was a pleasure to be here.
It was.
Anytime.
The 2 hour run off quick. We need to get your friend.
Yes, Harlem.
Harlem. He taught me something when I went to China's funeral. He said, B is for born and D is for death. And in the alphabet, there's a letter between B and D, between birth and death, and it's C. And he said C is for choice. And that resonated with me. That resonated with me so well. So between the time you're born and the time you go to sleep, death, it's the choices that you make. So let's choose to live in peace and harmony and love and one unity. All right, fam? So it's about that time for us to exit the building. It was a pleasure. Same time, same place. Hopefully, we'll get China gonna work on that for me, because she's gonna have to be here when Harlem comes in. Okay. So she's gonna work on that for me. Next week, I'm gonna have Ras Ija Eternal Fire inside the building, and hopefully, I could get Ras Abuna in here as well to teach us some more stuff. So it was a good show today. I had fun. We're about to go to a quick commercial break, but family, walk good. Mwah! Be safe, all right? And later on, we're gonna be at Moments. I said it. Bye. See you Monday at Giddy Got Talent. This was lovely.
All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. Then I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began.
You know we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Let me tell you.
When I see you again.
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling strong. It was small, turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach. So remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you
Taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things. Taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things. Taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things. Come here and you will like it. If you don't want it, then don't buy it. So much options, don't fight it. Pick all you want, we don't mind it. We're all kind, we all grind. The best restaurant that will change your mind. You will love us, you will come back for more. Our food will have you running through that door. Look, taco wings and things is the best, and no time will be better than the rest. We're not shy, we spend time with our guests. I thank God, I feel like we're blessed. Look, taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things.
So, last year you worked around the clock to ensure that this tax season you see a return that may help you to purchase that car that you're longing for, or help you to pay down that interest rate on that mortgage. Well, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and expect a different result, they call that insane. You know what else is insane? All-in-one multi-tax services. All-in-one multi-tax services help you get the most of your return, serving the 52 state nationwide. For information and direction, you can contact Marilyn Johnson at 754-204-1610. That's 754-204-1610. Or stop on by their office at 3888 West Commercial Boulevard in the city of Tamarack. All-in-one multi-tax services LLC gives you the best of your return, offering services that goes above and beyond. So don't hesitate to call Marilyn Johnson at 754-204-1610. All-in-one multi-tax services LLC. Don't forget to ask about our advanced loans.
It's insightful, it's factual, it's Flexx News and Sports Daily at 7 a.m., 12 noon, and 6 p.m. on the only station that matters, Flexx FM.
The following program contains language and scenes that some viewers might find objectionable. Discretion in viewing is advised.